Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mindset, Money, Success. And I'm your host, Lorraine Marshall. And this episode is for you if you are a woman over 40, perhaps single again, and standing at the threshold of a new chapter in your life. This can be a time filled with incredible possibilities, but also comes with unique financial challenges. The old rule books may not apply, and the path forward can sometimes feel very uncertain. It's a journey I know well, and it's why I'm so passionate about sharing the tools for genuine financial empowerment. Today, we're going to challenge and, in some cases, completely dismantle the conventional financial advice that so often leaves us feeling stuck or playing a game we can't win. We're here to offer a new, empowering perspective on building true wealth and security, not just for today, but for the vibrant future you deserve. Our guide on this journey is Rob Moore, a self-made millionaire property investor and a best-selling author and host of the wildly successful Disruptors podcast. Rob has built his fortune on contrarian thinking, and his ideas provide a powerful roadmap for anyone who wants to achieve financial independence by understanding how the system really works. In this episode, I've distilled his most valuable and surprising insights into a practical guide. So we'll explore the money lies that keep you poor, the hidden rules of the financial game, and a concrete blueprint that you can use to start investing today. It's time to take control of your financial destiny. Before we begin, here's a quick interlude for school.
Hello, it's Lorraine here. And before we get into today's podcast, let me tell you about school. It's the all-in-one platform that coaches, trainers and creators like us use to share content, engage our audience and build recurring revenue. Whether you're through free membership or paid subscriptions, think $10 to $50 a month or even high-ticket upsells. School makes it stupidly simple. There's highly engaged communities, no more ghost towns. Charge monthly or keep it free, you decide. Zero hidden fees. It's just $99 a month after your first 14-day free trial, and you can cancel at any time. Unlimited members, courses and content, all with mobile app to keep your community connected. And the best part, you own the relationship. No algorithms burying your posts, just your people, your content, your revenue. Are you ready to build your empire? You can grab a free trial and I'll drop the link in the show notes or below the video. Let's get you paid for what you already know.
Welcome back. Let's begin. The 3 biggest money lies that keep you trapped. Before we can build a strong financial future, we first have to tear down the faulty beliefs that have held us back. Society feeds us a steady diet of financial wisdom that sounds safe and sensible, but in reality, it often works against us. These common narratives particularly damaging when you're starting over and need every pound to count. Let's expose 3 biggest lies that keep you financially trapped. Lie number 1, saving. Your money is safe in the bank. We're taught from a young age that putting money into a savings account is the most responsible thing we can do. Rob Moore argues that this is one of the most dangerous myths of all. He's adamant that leaving your money in the bank is not saving it. It's eroding and degrading it. And the culprit is inflation. He calls it the biggest money scam that's completely legal when governments and central banks print more money to fund wars or lockdowns, for example. They increase the total supply of currency. Now, this devalues every single pound that you hold in your bank account. And as Rob puts it, this becomes a quiet theft of your money. The £100 you have today will buy you far less in 5 or 10 years. It's a guaranteed loss over time. Instead of saving, Rob urges us to think about storing value. He holds up a silver coin as a perfect example of a better saving account. Unlike cash, hard assets like precious metals tend to hold or increase their value over time, providing a powerful shield against inflation. Line number 2, all debt is bad. The phrase, get out of debt, is repeated like a mantra, but this oversimplification is a critical misunderstanding of how wealth is actually built. Rob Moore makes a powerful distinction between good debt and bad debt. First, bad debt. This is the debt that makes you poorer. It's borrowing money for things that lose value or depreciate, like a new car, the latest iPhone, or designer clothes. It's using credit cards to spend more than you earn. This is the consumer debt trap that keeps people on a treadmill. Now, good debt. This is debt that can make you richer. It's borrowing money to acquire an asset where the financial return is higher than the cost of the debt. The classic example is a mortgage on a rental property. You use the bank's money to buy an asset that generates income and hopefully appreciates in value over time. For so many of us, this is a complete mindset shift. We've been taught to fear all debt, but seeing it as a potential tool for building security is truly empowering. Here is the secret that the wealthy understand. Inflation helps them. As governments print money, the prices of their assets like property are pushed up, while the real value of debt they used to buy them is pushed down. They are using the system to their advantage. Lie number 3, a secure job is the safest path. For generations, the goal has been to get a good, secure job and stay there. Rob Moore argues this is one of the most riskiest financial strategies you can have. The biggest financial risk is to take no financial risk. A supposedly secure job is one of the least secure ways to make money because you are not in control. When you have a job, your entire income stream is dependent on one person or company. Your financial fate can be changed in an instant by a decision that you have no say in. This is especially crucial when you're the sole architect of your financial security. Relying on a single employer puts your entire future in someone else's hands, a risk that many of us can no longer afford to take. Since we've already established that even saving your money is a risk due to inflation, the idea of playing it completely safe is an illusion. True security, he argues, comes from taking calculated, educated risks in investing to build assets that you control. Now that we've cleared away the rubble of these misleading beliefs, it's time to get strategic. It's not enough to know the lies. You have to learn the real rules of the game. In this next section, we'll explore the specific tactics that the wealthy use to turn the financial system from an adversary into their greatest ally. Playing the system, a new game plan for your money. To truly build wealth, you have to stop playing by the rules that are designed for the masses and start understanding the rules that the wealthy play by. The financial system isn't a public service. Rob Moore calls it a clever business model. Learning how the model works is key to turning it from a force that works against you into a tool that works for you. The banking credit card game. Now, to understand how to leverage the system, Rob sat down with an ex-financial advisor, Chris Roll, who revealed a powerful strategy that he calls playing the banks at their own game. Roll, who used to sell loans and credit cards for the banks, explained how the system is designed, and he highlighted in a perfect analogy from the Monopoly board game. The rules state that if the bank runs out of money, it can simply write some more on a piece of paper and use that. This is our modern banking system. Knowing this, Roll outlined a strategy to use the bank's own tools for your benefit. 1. Use credit cards, not debit cards. When you use a debit card, the money comes directly from your account and does nothing for you. But when you use a credit card and pay it off on time, you are building your credit profile, earning rewards or cashback or air miles, and insuring your purchases. Anything that goes wrong, whether or not you have a fraudulent business that you've paid something for, then you're insured for recouping your loss. 2. Master the 0% balance transfer. This is a powerful strategy, and it's one I've used myself for accessing capital at no interest cost. Certain credit cards offer 0% interest on balances transferred from other cards, some even with no transfer fee. So by strategically moving a balance between two such cards, a move that Roll likened to playing tennis, you can access funds for investment or business to use without paying a penny in interest. This requires organisation and discipline, but it's a way of using the bank's own tools for your growth. The asset game and the path to long-term wealth. The ultimate goal is to move from earning money to owning assets. Rob Moore's core investment philosophy is simple and profound. Buy, hold, die. This means acquiring, appreciating assets and holding them for a long time, allowing them to grow in value and generate wealth for you and your family for generations. This really resonated with me. When you're building for the long haul, the strategy isn't about chasing quick wins. It's about planting seeds for your future. Rob shares a powerful personal regret as a lesson. Early in his career, he sold 23 flats that he developed, making a 7-figure profit. A decade later, those same flats had doubled in value. The money that he made is long gone, but the asset would have continued to grow. This experience cemented his belief in the power of holding. The long-term strategy is particularly relevant for anyone who is building lasting security, as it shifts the focus from chasing short-term gains to establishing a durable financial foundation. With these strategic concepts in mind, let's look at a tangible action plan that you can start with. So, a blueprint for your first 10,000. So starting an investment journey can feel overwhelming, but you don't need a massive fortune to begin. The most important step is the first one. So to make it simple and clear, Rob Moore has laid out a straightforward blueprint for how he would invest an initial £10,000. This diversified plan is designed to grow your capital while protecting you from the very inflation that we've discussed. So here is Rob Moore's blueprint for 10K asset growth. 40% in the stock market. So that's 4,000 invested in Vanguard Life Strategy Fund. 60% equities, 40% bonds. This is your engine for long-term growth, participating in the success of established companies. 30% in gold, 3,000, held as physical bars or coins in secure self-storage. This acts as your primary shield against inflation and currency devaluation, the theft that we discussed earlier. 20% in silver, £2,000, also held as a physical asset. This is another of your true saving accounts, storing value when cash is eroded. And the last one, 10% in crypto. So that's 1,000. That could be invested like 80% in Bitcoin and 20% in Ethereum. This is your calculated high risk, high reward investment, acknowledging the changing landscape of digital assets. This clear, diversified portfolio provides a powerful starting point. It invests in growth through stocks and crypto while hedging against economic uncertainty and currency devaluation with precious metals, the very assets designed to thrive when cash is losing value. So let's look at Rob Moore's philosophy that has packed the paradigm-shifting ideas to help you remember and act on the most important concepts. Here is a summary of the key takeaways for your financial journey and the most memorable analogies and insights that bring these complex ideas to life. Your biggest risk is inaction. The idea of playing it safe by keeping your money as cash in the bank is a myth due to inflation. It's guaranteed way to lose purchasing power over time. True financial security comes not from avoiding risk, but from taking calculated, educated investment risks to build assets that you control. 2, inflation is a hidden threat. Assets are your shield. Inflation is not a natural phenomenon. It's a feature of the modern financial system that systematically erodes the value of cash. And the only effective defense is to own assets like property, precious metals, stocks, and businesses that rise in value as the currency devalues. 3, master the difference between good debt and bad debt. Debt is not inherently bad. It is a tool. Using debt strategically to acquire income-producing and appreciating assets, good debt can dramatically accelerate your wealth. Using it for consumer goods that lose value, that's bad debt, is a financial trap. 4, play the financial game by its own rules. The banking and financial system is a clever business model, not a public service. So once you stop being a passive product of that system, then learn how it really works. You can start by using its tools like the credit, leverage, and even inflation for your own benefit. Some of the best moments, the £55 Stanley Cup versus a silver coin. In Rob's rant about modern consumer culture, he pointed out the absurdity of kids spending £55 on a trendy water bottle when they could buy a 1 ounce silver coin, a real tangible asset that stores value, for nearly the same price. It's a powerful symbol of society's broken financial priorities. The monopoly analogy, highlighted in the interview with the ex-financial advisor. This simple explanation of the banking system was brilliant. The rule of the monopoly game says that If the bank runs out of money, it doesn't. Instead, it can simply write some more on a piece of paper and use that. This perfectly illustrates how central banks create currency out of thin air. The powerful legalized insider trading. This is a core tenet of his investment philosophy. Instead of dabbling in many things, he advises becoming an absolute expert in one asset class. What you want is a legalized insider trading. You want to know so much about a class that it's like insider trading but illegal. That's how you make money in an asset class. The power of big debt. This quote perfectly captures the shift in power that comes with understanding leverage. If you borrow £1 million from the bank, you have a problem. If you borrow 100 million from the bank, they have the problem. It's a profound insight into the real dynamics of high-level finance. So the message from today's podcast is one of empowerment, and it's a call to see yourself not as a passenger in your financial life, but as a capable, intelligent captain of your own ship. The system may be complex, but its rules can be learned. By challenging old beliefs and adopting a new mindset, you can navigate these waters with confidence and build a future of true freedom and security. You're ready to continue your journey, please subscribe to Mindset Money Success wherever you listen, and find us on YouTube for more content. As I continue my own journey of rebuilding my life at 64 while living in Spain, your support means the world. If you found value today, please consider supporting the show via the Buy Me a Coffee link in the show notes. Every bit of support helps me continue this mission to empower women just like us. Thank you for being here, and until next time, take charge, stay curious, and build the future that you deserve. Bye for now.